I'm Jay from Ink and Paint. We have, of course, Mr. Steve.
Ink and Steve Paint. From Ink and Paint. What's up, everybody?
And then we also have Sky today.
Same way.
Same way.
Hi.
And we're going to be talking about, Sky?
Marvel Avengerland.
Marvel Avengerland. And Steve.
Avengers Campus.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's
Oh.
Avengers Campus. I am so sorry. Fake fan. Go ahead.
Fake fan.
So, Steve, you went there?
Yeah, so last week, Lila and I, thank you for pointing at me, that was polite. Last week, Lila and I went. Sarah couldn't go because she had work. But Lila and I went to California. We did just one day, and we went to DCA only. We didn't park hop and go to Disneyland. We just did one with the goal of going to Marvel's Avengers Campus. And my opinion on that park has shifted throughout the day. But yeah, look at how cute we are. Oh, we're so adorable. We had a blast. It was hot as hell. It was super hot. And the Red Sox were in town, so we got to go see them play. So we'll get to the point. The point is Marvel's Avengers Campus and Disney's California Adventure. And so first of all, there's 2 rides in the entire Disneyland area that have a fast pass, and they're not really fast passes. It's a group number, and that is Rise of the Resistance in Disneyland and Web Slingers in DCA. Okay, those are the 2 rides. Now there is no standing line for this, guy. There is no line that you could even wait in. If it was a 5-hour wait, you can't do it. They don't exist. You have to get in these boarding groups, right? So what it says is, and we messed up because I totally misunderstood how this works. When we got on Rise of the Resistance before, it's on your phone. It's linked to your ticket. So when you get into the park, you can start getting ready to get in the fast pass line so that you get a boarding group, right? So since that's gone, how this thing works is starting at 7 a.m. every day, you have to be on your phone, and both rides fill up in a second. And I mean literally, it's like buying a Mondo poster. It's under 20 seconds before the entire day is gone. And they do it in 2 different groups. One at 7 a.m. and then the next one is at noon. So Lila and I thought that it was scanned by your ticket, right? Just like, why wouldn't it be? We're standing out front before they even open the gates to security. And I didn't even think about being on the phone and doing it. Lila and I are just talking. And then all of a sudden people started like booing or clapping. And I was like, what is this? And then the guy goes, yeah, they're getting their passes. We weren't even in security, Jay, but I could have been in my hotel room and getting it that way. So all these people were really bummed out. And honestly, the last thing that we really cared about was Web Slingers. We wanted to try the food and the drinks and watch the shows and just sort of see it. And if we got tickets, cool. If not, it's no big deal, right? So we missed the first group. So we didn't really care, but we're walking around Avengers Campus and a lady told us how to do it. She goes, you just got to be 15 minutes early. 15 minutes early, just be on your phone and keep doing this, keep doing this. So we did that. So I'll cut to the end right now is we got on. We got to do Spider-Man Web Slingers, and I am not impressed with that ride, first and foremost. It's you guys know Toy Story Mania, right? You know Toy Story Mania?
Yeah.
Where it's 2 rows of people back to back in a cart that moves forward and rotates, and you shoot at the wall. That's exactly what this is.
Little help here! Guys, quite glad to see you guys.
Extend your arm.
I'll seal the exits.
As many dots. Sorry. Elevated your level to legit crazy.
Yeah, that sounds right. Oh, look at Thor. There's We did it! I can't believe the chain reaction thing worked. You guys were amazing.
I'm very impressed, Spider-Man. You really solved the problem.
Well, without them.
That was also your idea.
Hey, it's Peter. Looks like you guys and Spider-Man really saved the day.
Toy Story.
imagine ever trying to get a fast pass like how everyone else did for this again. I wouldn't really care. So first glances are when you walk into the park. Jay, the park was sold out by the way. That day they reached capacity. So, and that's not a restricted capacity. It's just open, fully open. And they sold out. So when the line to get in to DCA, and if you know this, if the park opens at 8, they usually open the front gates at around 7:30 so that you get scanned and then you walk right into the park. And then there's a second rope of people blocking you from getting into the park, right? So there's two different phases of getting in outside of security, right? Yeah. So at 8, we were maybe the 5th person in our row. We were really close because Lila and I got there early. And so we got scanned in and went to the front, and the whole road in front of what used to be a Bugs Land, which is now a Marvel's Avengers Campus, was full. Shoulder to shoulder, sidewalk to sidewalk, all the way past us, past the fountain to like Elias and Sons, the shopping. It was packed. So Lila and I both were just like, well, we're up close to the front, but we may not get to do anything today, you know, so we'll just have fun and go do other stuff, right? So that was like our attitude, like whatever. When they lifted those things, we were like ready to go. Jay, seriously, 90% of those people in line still run to Radiator Springs Racers. The group of people that went into Marvel Land, Avengers Campus, was like maybe 12. Like 12, Jay, for like a whole solid minute. So Lila and I got to go look at everything with almost no people there. So Sky can go through some of these ones, but we just stopped to take pictures with all sorts of crap. And what happens is when you walk in, the first thing that you see is on your left is the Spider-Man show where they throw that animatronic Spider-Man body that looks like a real person through the air. That's on your left, and that's also where the Spider-Man ride is. That's not it, but that's okay. So that kind of stuff just happens. So the Spider-Man show is right to your left, and then you keep going forward, and there's a Spider-Man gift shop, and then right behind it is the Doctor Strange area. I don't know if you have any of those pictures, Sky, but it's really interesting because you can tell in the daytime that it was going to look great at night, right? So we were pumped for that. So Lila and I are like, wow, this is actually really boring. There's not even really a good photo op. So at this point, I'm like, damn, this is kind of dumb. Like the ride is impossible to get on. There it is. That's Doctor Strange's little area. So, I mean, there's nothing really to it, especially in the daytime. You can walk around and take pictures there, but that's kind of all. It's like a really glorified spot to look at lights, but there's not even seats. There's a bench that goes around. So we were like, okay, this is kind of boring. Like, okay, so we kept going. And of course, Jay, I ordered drinks. Oh, I should have brought the things. I have them downstairs. We ordered drinks through, there's 2 places that serve alcohol in there. There we go. That's Pim's Testing Lab. And it is the place, it's the bar. And then you can also get drinks in the actual restaurant for food, but it's limited. So these ones, that's $35, and it's a flight of specialties Southern California Avengers beers. The one on the end is a cider. Not a cider. It's like a Sky. What do you call those? It's a seltzer. A seltzer. So that's a seltzer. The other ones are, so that last one on the end, I don't really like dark beer unless it's Guinness. I didn't want to taste it, but I did, and it was actually fantastic. It's really? Like a dark porter marshmallow. It's called the S'mores. So it actually did taste like that. So anyway, the other cool thing, and I don't know if you have the video, Sky, is the one thing that makes it really interesting is they fill the beers are in special cups that fill from the bottom up. She puts them on there, and the beer fills from the bottom up, just like in Thor when Doctor Strange did it. So it just goes up to the top, and there's no head, Jay, which is my favorite part. There's no foam because it goes from the bottom up. It's just perfect beer pour. And they had 4 different types. A special Avengers one, which was sold out. But the beer thing that was the filler was really, really cool. I couldn't get over watching all of that. Beer prices are about the same. It's like $12, you know, for one of those or something like that. It's got to be like $12, I think. And we just kept going. They have a specialty. Sky, do you like those things, those little balls, bobas, right? Do you know those things?
I know what they are.
So they have
nasty.
Yeah, I'm not. A
Yeah,
fan.
Jay, I hate them. But they have a breakfast drink that I got that was, it was like a mimosa. It was like a mimosa something. I can't remember the names of these things. But, and it had those in there. And they were kind of cool at first. I was not a fan. At the end, I was like pushing them to the side and then just dumping them. So the drinks were great. I love, Jay, that there's another bar in there that's cool. But later in the day, it's pre-order only because the lines were just outrageous. Right next to that is the PIMS tasting lab, which is, it's themed, like you're in Ant-Man, so everything's really big or small. And so we got breakfast sandwiches, and the breakfast has like this giant piece of toast and then a real tiny little egg on it, like they had like it was goofy sizes, so like your toast was giant but the egg was super small. So that's their gimmick. I was not a fan of their breakfast at all. It was really dumb, not in a mean way. It was just like, okay, tiny egg, it better be good, and it just wasn't. So I would never buy food from there again. I would go to the best breakfast place, which is the Cozy Cone right next door. But anyway, so the food and everything like that was great. So what we did notice is that there's nothing to do there. Jay, I remember talking to you about it while I was there. It was 10:15, and outside of the Spider-Man ride, we did everything like twice. 2 rounds of drinks, food, watched this and this and this, shopped in the stores, and I was thinking, this is dumb. This is a waste of time, and this is like 2 hours. 2 hours and you're done. Then later on, it started growing on me. So while we're waiting, we went over, they have pop-up photo ops for the Disney Plus shows, and this one's my favorite. You have to really try to make it work right. So Lyle and I are sitting behind that on a big black and white, screen, and then this is just a cardboard or plastic, a plastic TV, and it tells you, prop your phone up right here and take a picture. You can see on the bottom there's a little slot where you're supposed to be able to prop your phone up, and it doesn't work. So we took the people's in front of us, and they took hours. But it's hard to line up, but I love this picture. I really, really do. They have one for Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which is like the shield with giant wings. And then there's my favorite is Miss Minutes. They put Miss Minutes in the corner. You would not know that she was there unless the lady told us. She told me because I'm wearing a Miss Minutes shirt, and she goes, oh, Miss Minutes, she's hiding over there. So if it wasn't for her, we wouldn't have known. It's around the corner, but you can see that's kind of where that's their shop, that big ass store. I can't remember what they call it, the studio store or something like that now. This is in the back corner of that. Like, you really would have to look for it. I don't know. It's really oddly placed. And then they have Captain Marvel's plane is still in the side. We didn't take a picture of that. But so while we're walking around after thinking the park was done, because we finished everything, Lyle and I went back to Avengers Campus and just, all right, let's just go check it out again. So the crowd had definitely thickened up by then, and it was definitely getting more filled up. And we noticed the point of the park, and this is exactly what I'll tell you. This is what that park feels like. Every couple of minutes is a character walking around, exchanging with another character about 5 minutes later for photo ops and goofy chatter, right? So we really wanted to see Variant Loki, but he wasn't available until 2, and we weren't going to be around at 2 o'clock. So we didn't get to see him. But they have a show with the girl from Black Panther, one of the soldiers, right? And she came out there, and I think I sent a photo, Sky, or a video. I can't remember. But or maybe I didn't send that one. It's too long. But she does a whole, it reminds me of the Jedi training thing when she gets up on a thing and she's using the Wakandan accent and she's telling everyone to be strong fighters. And this is how you do it. I was blown away with this actress. She was awesome, right? So then she went away when it was over. People kind of disperse. And then you kind of see people huddling up in the corner, and you can tell there's going to be another character coming out, and 3 minutes later, there's another character. Then when that character's done, there's some sort of a show. So we, like I told you, there's the Spider-Man show where Spider-Man's running around talking to on the outside, and they actually flip his body. It's got to be, what is that, Jay, 40 yards, 50 yards? It's huge, and it looks so real. And you can watch the YouTube clips of how they did it. It's an Android that Boston Aerobics Electronics made, and it looks like a real person. You've seen it, right, you guys? It looks real. So that's a really cool show. They're all about 10 minutes long. Then we went and we saw that fight you just played with Black Panther came out of nowhere and then was fighting. And there's this whole thing, the music turns up and they're running around and doing stuff. And then Loki would walk around and joke around and sort of just aimlessly poke at people. And then there'd be another show, and we saw it, but I didn't get a video of it, is Black Panther scaling the side of the building like how we did in the movie. And it's really incredible. So at the end of the day, I don't have such a bad feeling about the park, but I do sort of understand it's really good for kids and pictures. If your kids are into Marvel stuff, spending your morning or even just an hour or two walking around this, they'll have the time of their lives because it's very easy to see. It's just buildings and concrete. You know, it's supposed to look like a campus, so it's not like a Bug's Land with, you know, really pretty lights and all this other crap. Oh, I forgot. At the end of the day, when it got dark, they do, in the Doctor Strange area, lights up and is really cool looking. They do a show where those gates open up and it's the big spinny circle. And Doctor Strange comes out and he does his little show and then goes back into the door shut. So that's definitely cooler than in the daytime. In the daytime, I mean, there's nothing to do. You just walk around, you'll take a few pictures, and then you just move on. There's nothing. So at the end of the day, it was much better. So my opinion of it is that it's a lot of fun. I would not build your entire trip around spending like one day in Marvel Land. It's not a thing. You'll be done by noon, and that is it. So do not plan on spending your entire day there. We kind of hoped that it would be shorter and fun, but we were ready. We were like, all right, we're not bouncing from park to park. We're just doing Marvel stuff because we thought it was going to be really big and long lines. It's not. It's nothing like Star Wars. Star Wars Land, the Black Spire Outpost is much more looking at details and enjoying the area, and there's a lot of other options of stuff to do. This is not like that. This is very easy to see, photo friendly, I would say. So it's a really good area to bring your kids if they would love to meet these people. Oh, you want to meet Captain? You want to meet the new Captain? You want to talk to Iron Man? Blah, blah, blah. That's this place. That's what I think it's what it's for. And the Spider-Man ride, like I said at the beginning, I thought was kind of a massive waste of time. I would never do it unless there was an easy way to get on. So really cool characters, though. I like them a lot.
Very cool.
So
Nice.
yeah. But they're back to doing fireworks and everything. Everything is back to normal. It's like nothing ever happened over there. I would say in the entire time we were there, maybe a dozen people in a sold-out Disneyland were wearing masks. I mean, it was just like nothing ever happened. The restaurants are back open. The one thing is in downtown Disney, the lines and the waits for restaurants and food is outrageous because they can't get people to come back to work yet. They're just so slow that when you go in, the wait will be 40 minutes, and then you'll get inside and there's no one in there. But this is because they only have enough waiters and waitresses to cover like X amount of tables. So they can't put that many people in there. So that's kind of a downer when you go and you see these long lines and then you get inside and it's an empty restaurant. But other than that, it's all back. It's all normal. You would not know. I think they changed the rule today. Sky, right? LA now requires masks indoors again. So I don't know what they have done in the park. Maybe made you wear them when you're inside of the place, like a ride, because Spider-Man's all indoors. I wonder if they make you wear them when you're in there. I guess that'd have to be the rule. I don't know. I would assume so. They are not getting rid of masks. They have them for sale all over the place at full price too. So there's no shortage of Marvel masks over there. But anyway, it was a good time at DCA. Had a blast. Really crowded, but without fast passes, we really just didn't do a whole lot of rides. We waited in line and did Grizzly River Rapids, which is the same as it always is, and then we did the Incredicoaster, where I lost my favorite hat of all time in the railings, and that was sad. And then we went back and watched the fireworks from our hotel room. So it's all back to normal. Yeah. So
Very
anyway,
cool.
if you want to go, you don't need a reservation anymore. But if you do go and you want to go on Rise of the Resistance or Web Slingers, use that app and get over there 15 minutes before. So that would be 6:45. Be on there just refreshing and get ready to choose.
15 minutes.
Wow.
15 minutes.
So, yeah. All right. Well, that's all I got, you guys. Thanks for watching.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks for reporting for us, Steve.
Yes,
No
definitely.
problem.
Steve, we need to
should
do one of these trips together, though.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I was literally just saying how cool it would be to do one of these together while we're there. Yep.
Yeah.
So, yep. You tell me when.
We got to do it soon. Yeah, we're
Okay.
going out there for a celebration next year, so We should.
Oh
make
yeah, that's
a,
right. Next year.
Yeah, we should make a long because we're gonna hit Disney anyway. Just make a long trip.
Yeah, but we're trying to go earlier than that too, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Well, I'm in. I'll go meet you guys.
All right.
All right.
Cool, guys. Well, until next time.